Oh boy, are you in for an interesting Isekai anime this season? What is up guys, welcome to Boomer Base. Today we are here for another anime first impressions. We are back on the April, the sort of springtime for anime, so lots of new things are coming out and my list is ever growing, but we have an anime to talk about today called Remonster, which is one that I have started watching. If you are new to the channel, please check out some of my other first impression videos that I'll pop up here for you to see. Go check them out if you haven't watched any of the following above. Now, let's get cracking and let's get into the stuff you want to hear about. What is Remonster? Now, Remonster is a reincarnation isekai anime. Now, if you've lived under a rock and have no flippin' clue what an isekai anime is, then you need to watch more anime. But essentially, it's when a character dies and gets reborn in another world. Sometimes still as themselves, or sometimes, in this case, as a monster. So something that wasn't their human self. We've seen many shows like this before. You know, one of the main ones that's currently now airing with its new season is That Time I Reincarnated as a Slime, season 3, so go check that out if you've not watched that. Some stuff to come from that is going to be very good. It's a anime that's done by Studio Dean. Now, I haven't seen much of Studio Dean. The only thing I've previously think I've seen from Studio Dean is Fate Stay Night, not the Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, as I think they did one of those for the movies, but other than that I don't think I've really seen all too many of the anime that they've done. I think I've seen a bit of Get Backers, but I haven't seen all of it, so I don't overly class myself as watching it. But they're definitely a studio that I have not watched a lot of. Having a look at this right here, they have done many a thing that I know of and have heard of, but I actually haven't watched. Says something about myself. Maybe I need to watch more Studio Dean. That's something I should get a crack on with. Now, Remonster is a isekai anime that it's a style that I haven't seen, I don't think. I've not seen all too many that have been reborn as a monster. I understand that reincarnated as a slime, he became a slime. But this is like a goblin, and he's coincidentally named Gobru, which is a little bit like Gabimaru from Reincarnated as a Slime, but we can quickly pass that. Gobru is the main character. He has a friend called Gobkichi and then Gobmi. They're kind of the main people. But essentially, as the point of this recording and things, only 3 episodes have come out and I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm quite a fan of the isekai genre. I like watching just the characters normally go through either trials and tribulation, or they end up being very overpowered at the beginning, or becoming very overpowered through to some powers like absorption, or, you know, coincidentally reincarnated as a slime. He's a slime that could absorb stuff. Gobru in this has the ability, once he eats anything, to absorb sort of a power from that in some degree. So some similarities here. It seems that Gobru in his previous life also had these absorption powers and lived in a different world, so I'm not really sure what his world was like before. I honestly had never heard of this anime before watching this, even like in manga form. It totally skipped any form of radar for me. I have no idea if it's going to be good going forward, but what matters is I'm enjoying it now. With 3 episodes in, it's very quick. It seems that these sort of goblin high orc things have very limited lifespan, so we're going through the days quite quickly. It does seem to want to point to a sort of harem style thing where a lot of the female characters end up falling in love with Gobru, but that's a trope that is normally quite common in anime. The one thing that is very different that sort of blew my mind in a sort of good and bad way for some people, I suppose, with episode 3 is that we don't have to wait for the end of the show or many seasons to pass for our main character to get with anyone. He had a how can I describe this? An orgy in episode 3. He got with a sort of siren dryad thing partway through the episode, and then came back and all the women in the camp found out due to hickeys on his neck, and then he proceeded to have a orgy with them. So I was very surprised by that. Quite hilarious as well. But mainly at the beginning of this, we go through him sort of, we'll call it leveling up. He starts to level up and hunt, as it's sort of this pod where the goblins basically impregnate humans, because goblins are quite like fertile or something, I think it is. I didn't really pay too much attention to that, but goblins were made, goblins appeared, they had to try and fight for themselves and survive. Goboru and Gobkichi did, they started hunting. Goboru found out when he was eating stuff that he was absorbing powers still, which made him more powerful and stronger, which led to being able to kill things, kill stronger things, so on and so forth. And as you can probably imagine, he started to get more powerful. He then evolved into a sort of just an adult, if you like, and then proceeds to do kind of the same thing for a fair bit. Gets a lot of cool powers, namely some string from a spider, increased strength, defense, has some magical powers and things, and then goes to fight this giant red terror bear in the mountain, which he was told not to go fight. He thinks he's powerful enough. He goes. He does suffer some form of loss in that fight, but I won't go into the details for that. But then from defeating the bear, he then transforms into a high orc, which is a lot cooler looking, and I think the main sort of physique that he'll have for quite a while. But that was in the first 2 episodes. He evolved twice, and then in this 3rd episode he's just kind of got used to those powers. He's killed a lot more things, got a bunch more powers, evolved some of his current powers, so he's now got golden string, just to give an example. He met this weird carbuncle, got a whole bunch of loot and things. Essentially he's doing that kind of Rimuru reincarnation as a slime. He's building up sort of a tribe city-esque, and I think it's going to go along those routes. And to be honest, I'm really enjoying it. I can fully recommend this to you. Really enjoying it. I've got a few others that I'm just waiting for that 3rd episode to come out to be doubly sure. But if you do want a hint, we're looking at Viral Hit and Wind Up. They are very, very good. They're only 2 episodes each at the moment, but absolutely adoring it. But hand on my heart, if you like the Isekai anime, if you like reincarnating things, if you like OP main characters, Remonster is certainly one for you. I think we're going to get a lot of good things to come from this coming forward. I think there's going to be a lot of cool fights, watching his sort of tribe, group of people, city, whatever you want to call it, evolve, get stronger themselves. Always very fun to watch, but 100% give this a go. Let me know if you started watching this already, but thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and tune into another episode of Anime First Impressions with me. Take care now. Bye-bye. Hey, thank you for watching the video. Click the button to keep watching, or click the other video for more videos, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.